Happy Sunday, everybody. This is Miss Murphy here to read to you again. Today we're going to read Henry and the Red Stripes. This was my little sister's favorite book when she was a little girl. Henry and the Red Stripes by Eileen Christelow. One day, Henry Rabbit painted a picture of his mother, a father, and a little boy rabbit. He colored them brown with red stripes. His friend Max painted a picture of a flower. Henry showed his picture to his father. His father said, "That's a wonderful painting, but rabbits are brown all over, the color of dry leaves. Rabbits don't have stripes." "They can if they want to," said Henry. He showed his picture to his mother. "Wow, what a lovely picture," she said. "But rabbits are brown all over, the color of twigs and bark. Rabbits don't have stripes." "But they can if they want to," said Henry. Henry went back to his paints. He painted red stripes on himself. Max helped him. "You look silly," Max said. "I know," giggled Henry. Henry and Max raced through the woods. They skipped and they danced, and Henry showed off his new red stripes. Suddenly they stopped. "A fox!" squealed Max, darting under a rock. "Quiet," whispered Henry, scrambling into a thicket of twigs and dry leaves. "Don't move. The fox will never see you." But Henry forgot about his bright red stripes. Oh no, he's not camouflaged anymore. "I've got you," cried the fox. "Help!" shrieked Henry, and he tried to run. But the fox grabbed him and stuffed him in a sack. "Rabbit stew," drawled the hungry fox as he hurried home with Henry slung over his shoulder. Max hurried in the opposite direction to tell Henry's parents the bad news. "What a strange-looking rabbit," exclaimed Mrs. Fox when she opened the sack. "Why does he have red stripes?" "All rabbits should have red stripes," said Mr. Fox. "It makes them easier to see." Mrs. Fox examined Henry skeptically as she waited for the water in the stew pot to boil. "Perhaps he has a terrible disease," she worried. "Nonsense," said Mr. Fox. "If we eat him, we might get sick too." "Nonsense," said Mr. Fox, sprinkling Henry with pepper. "Perhaps an evil spell was cast on him," said Mrs. Fox. "That's more nonsense," said Mr. Fox. "I won't cook this rabbit," shouted Mrs. Fox, stamping her foot. "Well, I will," roared Mr. Fox. Achoo!" sneezed Henry. Henry sputtered and wheezed and trembled and crossed his eyes and made a ghastly face. Mrs. Fox shrieked, "I told you something is wrong with that rabbit." She quickly stuffed Henry back into the canvas sack and hurled it out the door. "That's my dinner!" yelled Mr. Fox, running after the sack. But Henry was already halfway home. "We thought we'd never see you again," cried his worried parents. Max told us what happened. They hugged Henry and scolded him and kissed him and scrubbed him until the red stripes were washed away. Sometimes Henry still likes to wear red stripes in the house, but when he is outside, he wears his plain brown fur, which is the color of dry leaves, twigs, and bark. The end. What lesson do you think that Henry learned in the story? Well, do you think maybe he learned that his fur helps him to stay away from predators like foxes? Because when he had on his red stripes, the fox could see him, tried to take him home and eat him. How was Henry so clever, though, when he was at the fox's house? He heard what they were saying about him, and he pretended to be sick so he could get away. Wasn't that so clever of him? All right, I hope you have a great Sunday, and I'll see you back tomorrow. Bye.